Hello, and happy Friday to all of my amazing Taurians. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading of today. Taurus, okay, let's get right into your reading now that the moon is starting to wane a little bit and those emotions are not as intense. Whew. All right, let's go. Yes, let's go, Taurus. Let's go. By now, you know this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates with you, okay? If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below. Let's go. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my amazing Taurians as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions and spirituality, and where my Taurians need to take action. Yes, Taurus, by now you all know that I have a second channel. It's called the Information Channel. If you're interested, subscribe. The link is down below in the description box. Check it out. I haven't uploaded any videos yet, but I'll be focusing more on numbers, more teaching on that channel, just in case you want to learn about a lot of different things. All right, let's go. Let's see what these cards have to say. So like I said, the emotions are not as deep as they were before because again, we have the Five of Cups because we are moving towards it's waning more, right? So those emotions are dying. The thing that was like really, really intense for some of you all, those emotions are literally dying so that you can enter this rebirth and focus on your internal peace and happiness. If you're married, a partnership or whatever, you're focusing on that. You're focusing on your internal peace, your own personal, even if you're by yourself, you're focusing on your peace, but also protecting the peace from within and around you, right? Coming out of this kind of sort of blue funk, right? Where this is where you used to be before. Like some people didn't even realize they were looking at relationships as like some relationships around you were looking at it as like it's just hopeless. Like it's just, I guess that is what it is, which is no way to live, really. You know, you had to change your perspective and see things from a different lens. And so now you're focusing on your own internal peace and happiness and making sure your family is happy, right? Your husband, wife, your kids, you making sure they're good first. Like you and them are good, right? Some things actually had you overthinking it. See, that's what the full moon will do. It'll shine a light on things that you've been trying to suppress for a long time, like, and it cause you to overthink it, almost get you stressed out. Like when you think about certain people, it causes you to go back right to here, depressed. It takes you right back. Like there's some people's energy that caused you to be like this, and this is when you know it's like this thing runs deep because we're talking about these emotions. Deep is this sea or the ocean behind this person right here. That's how deep the emotions ran for somebody said or did something to you. That's how deep the emotions. And every time you thought about them, you sat there like in a trance, almost like just replaying it over and over and over again in your mind and not even realizing they were causing you to be depressed. But that's over now. That's over now. Yeah, it's over now. You're feeling 1,000% better. As a matter of fact, you're grateful. You're grateful for the breakthrough. You're grateful that it's over now. And so you're moving forward. You're moving past it. Yeah. So it could be you, and this could represent me, myself, and I. Or it could represent you and people that's close to you, that you're just grateful that you move beyond this and you're focusing on your internal peace and happiness and you're on fire again. I love it. Let's keep moving. Let's keep this moving. That death rebirth was something intense because, and this deals with your emotions as well, because death rebirth is attached to Scorpio. And so those energies ran real deep and ran real dark. Those energies, like whoever did or said something to you at an earlier age, and I know it was somebody in your family, not necessarily that you're necessarily married to or your kids, but it was somebody in your family because, again, they ran real deep and it was real dark, right? So the emotion, like that depth of the emotion, it was a breakthrough. And so there's a rebirth there with the emotions where you're not going to be overthinking it. And I'm telling you, the more and more the moon goes towards a new moon as it's continued to wane. Right now, we're in a waning gibbous moon. So remember the full moon, it was extremely heightened. Like that thing was just brought to the forefront, whether it was in your dreams or visions or whatever, Taurus. But now it's like, let me move on. It could have been an ex-husband or ex-wife, but it was also like somebody you considered as family. And so this rebirth for you, you're just grateful that it's behind you, in other words. You're just grateful that it's behind you, moving forward. Yep. So we have the High Priestess card. So somebody may have Cancer in their chart. Again, more emotions, because Cancer and Scorpio are water signs, right? So your intuition is extremely heightened right now. You also have like downloads coming in your spirit right now. This is the breakthrough that you needed to have, Taurus. Some of you all, like, this had to, I don't know if you talked to somebody or you watched a video or you came in contact with somebody, but you needed to have a breakthrough to really tap into your spiritual gifts, being intuitive, like the clairs, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, claircognizance. Like, you had to be able to tap into the clairs. But something that really made you sad and almost feel hopeless when it came to a certain relationship, where had you in tears, like whether it was from your childhood or whether it was from a relationship that dissolved in some kind of way. It just wasn't, had you in tears. But again, you're really starting to listen to your intuition from now on. This is when you're going to start realizing how intuitive, like how sharp your spiritual gifts have always been. Whether you were influenced by a Scorpio or somebody who is an Aries or somebody who has Cancer in their chart, this is how you may have all those signs in your chart. But what I'm saying is that you are going to start paying more attention to your spirit, which is God in you, versus I gotta before I can move, I'm gotta see what it's gonna be. I don't believe it until I see it. You're gonna start seeing it in the spirit realm, Taurus, before you physically see it, and you're gonna believe what you see in the spirit realm before you see it. Before you see it in the physical realm. Some of you all are now prompted to start a business because you're like, okay, well, yeah, I know there's money out there for me, but I got all these ideas, and at first I was procrastinating, I was scared, I was nervous, but I had to let that part die, and I'm just gonna have to step out on faith. I want more money, I'm gonna have to step out on faith. Yep. But see, you know what, Taurus, I always say to you and other earth signs, when God is trying to get you all to do something, God will test your money and will test something that has to do with your family, whether it's whether it is one of your parents or cousin, like the core family, but also it will test a marriage. The Spirit of God will test the marriage, will test something to get you to start trusting in the power within, and the power being God, like really getting you, and for you all, it has to strike like lightning, because your symbol is the bull, and you all will not move or budge. So it has to, it's not like God is attacking you. God is like, okay, it's all good. Just trust me. Like, just trust me. You can go ahead and move by faith, right? But see, your flesh was saying, oh, that person was a snake and this. No, you're starting to see things with your spiritual eye. It wasn't that the person was a snake at all. It was just this snake, that person, their energy, they may have been that energy was put in their body to get you to move out of that comfort zone, to stop procrastinating, to stop being so scared to move out of this comfort zone. So it may have come in the form of a snake because somebody was so nervous and scared and moving. And so, yes, but that energy has already slithered away. The energy has slithered away. So it's nothing for you to be afraid of anymore. And then also we have the Queen of Cups. So a lot of you all are going to start meditating more and seeing things with your spiritual eyes, not necessarily waiting on seeing it with your physical eyes. You're going to start opening up that third eye. Yeah, which has always been there, actually. It has always been there. There's a lot of emotion. I'm telling you, somebody had a breakthrough. There was a lot of emotion there where you said, okay, I need to change my perspective, because I was seeing it with just my natural eyes before, but I'm starting to see what it means, like truly mean by operating in faith instead of fear. Yeah, fear is the carnal mind. Fear is the devil. False evidence that appears real. We're not talking about real fear where somebody walks into a place with a gun or a knife or some kind of weapon. That's real fear. Get up and run. Get to the exit. We're talking about that false in your mind. I'm afraid to do something because what if it doesn't work? Well, guess what? What if it does work? Here we have connect with fire. Yes, this number 3, 1 plus 2 is 3. Number 3 means that you're collecting information from your past and bringing things forward. What did you learn about your past? This is what I want you to write down, Taurus, because earth signs, some of y'all need to write stuff down. Write down how God has done things for you in the past that you weren't able to explain, like things that you were waiting on and God just made a way, right, out of what you thought was no way. Same thing here. God has been trying to get you to return back to God, and you recognize I don't refer to God as a he, because God is spirit. God is spirit, source, most high. So God has been trying to get you to return back to this faith, pure consciousness that you started out with here, right? That's where God has been trying to get you to return to. Trust in God. People say they trust in God until they don't seem like things working out for them. Then it's like, okay, where is God? God is in everything. Your hard work is paying off. Capricorn, this is one of your sister signs, Capricorn. So Capricorn is you may have Capricorn in your chart. But Capricorn is a cardinal sign, so you are initiating change. Like you are the one that's initiating this. Instead of you being like bull, you're like, okay, now moving. You're using your past knowledge and your relationship with God moving forward, saying, okay, if God did it before, I know God can do it again. I'm going to stop making God prove to me that God can do it. God has already shown me numerous times that God can do it. I'm going to stop asking God to prove to me that you're going to do what you said you're going to do. God has already proven it to you. But that's what I'm saying for your cards. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in a couple of days, Taurus. Bye.